Hi, my name is Angela, and I am Living Intentionally Mom. And I wanted to talk to you today about favorite board books. These are the board books that I read over and over and over again to my children, and hopefully they don't make you lose your mind, at least not too badly, reading them so much. But this is going to be a one of four segment series, hopefully four segments, and it's going to about how to get your kids to learn to read early. I had two very, very early readers, and now they're reading even more and more, and it's just such an amazing thing to share with your kid, to read with them. It's something that I just love and feel so strongly about, and I feel very strongly about reading to your kids very early in the process. I think it's important to start reading to them within the first couple of weeks. And some people will say the womb. I never did that, but when I was pregnant, I did not do that. But I think that the earlier, the better, because I think that it gives them the attention span to be able to sit and focus and be able to read longer. And not only reading, but I think with everything, it just builds that foundation for an attention span that's absolutely amazing. And seeing my kids read now is just incredible. I love it, and it's fun. I don't know. I love to read, so I think it's fun. So, and just jumping in right here. Here's my. I'll give you my top six, and then I'm gonna say some honorable mentions. But here is my first one. It's a Karen Katz book, and it is about identifying body parts, and it's called Where's the Baby's Belly Button? Karen Katz has very bright, colorful books, and they're really cute too and sweet. And if you open up, it's kind of like a flip up book here, and it's just where are the baby's eyes, and they find their eyes, and you'll see a lot of my books have chewed or marks on them. They made it past my first child, but then my second child, she liked to eat paper quite a bit in books. So you'll see a lot of my things that got chewed up, and then I try to cut them nicely, or a lot of tape as well. So maybe you have one of those kids right now that's likes paper for food. She still does, probably, for a lot of things. So this is just kind of a really colorful book, and they start identifying their body parts. It's great because they can start to identify it on themselves. They can start to identify it in the book, on you. And I feel like from a learning perspective, it's one of the first things that your kids can do from a learning perspective is start to self-identify body parts. So it's pretty amazing. And since there's only so many in that one, a great companion is Toes, Ears, and Nose, also by Karen Katz. And it just gets a little bit more into more different body parts, and it's just great. They're both amazing and great for early readers. The next one I'm going to talk to you about is a Baby Einstein book, and once again, corners chewed off. It's called Amazing Animals, and it's a great book. It goes through a bunch of different animals, such a good learning, and it has the little buttons on the side that makes the noise. So then when you read the page from the animal, I would take their hand and guide it and push the corresponding animal that goes with it. So it really reinforced it. And she just loved it. We read it, both of them read it many, many, many times. Here's another one called, it's from Simple First Words, Let's Say Our Colors. Chewed off. And this was a really great one. My second one didn't struggle as much. My first one really struggled with colors. It took her a little bit longer. And sometimes they say it's kind of more difficult, but it has, I liked it because I didn't always have to be reading it to her. She could just push the buttons and see the word and hear the word and see the color. So I didn't have to be right there with her, which was really awesome that she could do it on her own as well. So, and another one that I really liked, these are kind of learning, like, a lot of those were science with body parts and animals, and now it's kind of a little bit of math one here. And this was great. It's called Polka Dot, and they have all different kinds of these, I believe, is my understanding, but this was my favorite. This one actually got destroyed by the kids because they use it so much. And then I had to rebuy a new one again, and they still like to look at it. They still like all their baby board books. I'm trying to get rid of them right now, but I don't think it's going to happen because they just know that they're out and about, and they just love them. So anyway, so this is great because not only are you counting with your kids, this is really important for math. You're counting objects, which is taking it to the next level already. And what I used to do is I used to just guide their hand to pop them in the beginning before they can do it. And so they know how to do it, and just getting the feeling and motion. In some of these books, especially these books are so short, you can do them every day. If you're reading for 30 minutes a day anyway, you can go through board books pretty quickly. And it's just an amazing one to do to give them the early learning on how to count. Awesome. And my last in my top 6 is a book called On the Night You Were Born. And this one is not educational like my other ones. It is just for the pure standpoint of that to make your child feel special, to make them feel loved. Kids are amazing. And I think that one thing that this book does is develop that confidence and self-esteem early. Because you can have them learn all these things, but if they don't have confidence or care about themselves, I think that it's just not going to work as well. So this is a great book. It's just being really excited about On the Night They Were Born, how everyone's excited about On the Night They Were Born. And it's just really neat. It goes through just how different animals are excited, and everyone's excited because it's the night you were born. It's really sweet. So my next ones are honorable mentions, and these are classics. Baby's First 100 Words. Gotta have. It's great. It's got all the words in there. And here's another sweet one. Sorry, I just love my Karen Katz. It's so colorful. But it's Where's the Baby's Mommy? And basically through the book, you're trying to find where the baby's mommy is. So it's a real special book to read with your child as a mom. And then another one I wrote is Excuse Me. It's a little book of manners. And it is, goes through like, excuse me, look at that, you burped. And then it'll say, excuse me. And then it has like, thank you and please and all these things in there. Try to teach your kids manners as early as you can. That was my strategy behind that one. And the kids loved it too. They absolutely loved it. And here's one, a Dr. Seuss one that they really liked. And it's about sounds and things like that. So I really, really enjoyed that one. And then when your kids get a little bit older, it's nice to have a thicker board book one so they can start to sit for longer attention span, because that's what you're always trying to do. You're always trying to build their attention span. And that's why I think it's so great to do early learning with the kids, because in the beginning, that's all they can do is really sit. So that's great, because pretty soon it's not going to be that way. So that's why I like teaching my kids early, to get them to sit early and be able to read. And this is a great one if you want to start, and I'll get more into this in later series, but if you want to start reading, maybe even with your fingers and following them around, just even if they don't know the words yet, I think it gets them to know that you're reading from this page. You're not just looking at the pictures, that those words are coming from somewhere, and it shows them where they're coming from, which I think is really important, even if they're not like learning how to read yet. So, and 2 more that I wanted to do an honorable mention, and I think these books are just amazing. They are this line of books that this is a really good one for right now. Germs Are Not for Sharing. It's just about importance of washing your hands. Kids aren't going to know what germs, it's microscopic, right? And it really gets them to know like why it's important to wash your hands, and why it's important to like cough into your sleeve and things like that. So what a great book for right now, right? So that's a good one that I really like. And then another one is in that same series, and they also do ones like Hands Are Not for Hitting, Pacifiers Are Not Forever. But here's the one that how I found this series is Diapers Are Not Forever, because I wanted one on potty training, and some of them were really detailed and really graphic, and I didn't really want all that. I just wanted a sweet book about potty training, and this was it. And, everyone in the end cheers and tells them to wash their hands and all that kind of stuff. So it's a really, 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 really great book. Diapers Are Not Forever. So, and with that, if you have any books that you read that you've been reading to your kids or that you read to your kids when they were little, please feel free to put them in the comments. And please subscribe. I will be doing more of these so you can see when they come out. I'm going to be putting out more in this series to do for early learning. And I just think it's never too early to read to your kids. I feel like it can make a really big difference in the life of a kid. If you read to them, we can make if everyone read to their kid 30 minutes a day, I think it would be amazing. It's some days challenging and you can't always do it, but it's hard to at least to make an effort to read to your kids every day. I think it's just the most amazing thing, and I'm so happy that you joined me for my first vlog ever. Thanks. Talk to you soon. Bye.